I love this movie. I'm Tim Heidecker, and you're watching On Cinema at the Cinema. Quiet on set! It's On Cinema at the Cinema with me, your host, Tim Heidecker.
It's, you know what, it's one of those ones you see time and time again if you haunt the dollar bins. So pick it up, give it a chance.
All right. All right, it reminds me of the old saying, Murphy's Law, which says anything good happens, anything bad happens will.
And that's funny because I bought this film and I went home to play it and the tape was all messed up and it took 2 years till I found another copy. And when I did, I didn't really like it much. So that is kind of Murphy's Law.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Interesting that you'd bring that in if you didn't like it. Anyhow, thank you very much. Once again, Skyfall's getting 4 bags of popcorn from me, and Lincoln is getting 6 bags with 2 sodas.
Well, I thought it only went up to 5, so, but if it's 5 for the Bond and 3 for Lincoln, and it should only be 5 for Lincoln for you, because it doesn't go up to 6.
6 bags, and it does go up to 6. Thank you guys.
All right, then 6 for the Bond.
Well, so either case, great movies, great weekend to go see movies. So please make sure you go see at least 1 or 2 of these movies this weekend. Thanks again for watching, and thanks, Greg, for being the guest. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day and enjoy the movie. When we look into the past and decide on what our favorite films of the past year were, and also the best and worst, in other words. What was our favorite film? What was our least favorite film? Greg, what was your favorite film of the year?
I'm going to have to say The Hobbit. That was my favorite movie of the year before I'd seen a frame of it. I'm just really excited about The Hobbit, and I've seen it now 4 times, and I can't wait for it to come out on some sort of home video format. The Hobbit is like the cherry on the Lord of the Rings cake, and to get more Peter Jackson fantasy at this point in time is a real treat, and I think it's at the top of everyone's list, and it will be at the top of Oscar's list, mark my words.
Well, I appreciate that, and I loved, as you know, I loved Hobbit, but I'm going to go with the dark horse here. Jack Reacher was my favorite film of the year, starring Tom Cruise. I remember when I reviewed this movie, I thought that I loved it, and I gave it a great review, but I didn't give it enough credit because I went and saw it again, and it is fabulous. It's Tom Cruise's best movie. It's the best movie of the year. I thought that movie was terrific, and I think Tom Cruise should win the Oscar.
It's an excellent film, and I'm not going to disagree with you.
Now, as far as the worst movie of the year, for me, or the movie that I didn't like as much was Skyfall, James Bond. And I loved some of the scenes with the action, but too many moments in the movie I was confused about what was going on. I hate having to go see Bond movies because I always get confused about who's the bad guy. And that there's no reason to be confused when you're seeing a movie. They should always be fun. And Skyfall gets my no bags of popcorn.
Well, that was one of my favorite movies of the year because I love James Bond. That was probably the best of the Bond movies. Well, if you don't like this movie, you don't like James Bond, because this is one of the best James Bond movies. So.
It's not an argument about the movie itself. You just pick what was your least favorite movie. Don't defend Skyfall.
Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise. Just not a good film. Just.
You gave it a great review when we reviewed it. So
well, I saw it again since then, and I didn't like it. It's just, it's amateurish. It's junk.
Well, I loved it. It's my favorite movie of the year.
Well, you didn't see it then because it's crap.
I saw it 3 times.
Well, I saw it twice, and the first time I thought it was okay. The second time the flaws became apparent. I would not watch it a 3rd time.
Well, all right. I think you're being a little hard on it because I said some bad things about Skyfall, but that's what happened.
Well, Skyfall got great reviews. Jack Reacher, mixed reviews.
All right, well, I don't know what to tell you. All right, well, why don't we just disagree to disagree? Let's throw it to another segment on Cinema on Location. Just show that.
Hollywood, California. Every street has a...
Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Heidecker, and we are again back watching On Cinema at the Cinema. It's a show where we talk about movies and give you, it's a review movie show. And today's guest is Greg Turkington.
Hey guys, and welcome to our program.
Welcome to my program. Don't even say that. Today we're doing two movies, and they're unique in that they're both sort of these popcorn movies that you love so much and I love as well.
Popcorn movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
these are fun movies. I think
so-
the people watching are gonna.
I have a chill. Okay.
I'm
Chill.
just really excited.
I know, chill. So I thought for just a change, we would mix things up here. And I actually brought in real popcorn, movie
Oh,
theater
wow.
style popcorn.
Okay.
I thought we could spice things up because these movies are popcorn movies.
And if you're at home watching on cinema, go ahead and pop some popcorn up.
Now,
It's a little stale.
today's movie is Die Hard, or A Good Day to Die Hard. They keep coming up with different ways of saying Die Hard. Directed by John Moore. And it stars Bruce Willis, Jai Courtney, and some Mary Elizabeth Winstead, two women, I guess. Never heard of any of them except for Bruce, the best.
Well, that's the one that really counts
Yeah.
with a Die Hard movie.
Bruce plays John McClane, travels to Russia to help his son Jack prevent a nuclear weapons heist led by underworld forces. And Jack is the character's name, John McClane. His son's named Jack, which is another, Jack is short for John. So he could be Jack Jr.
Like John F. Kennedy, his nickname was Jack.
Anyhow, I've always loved the Die Hard movie series, and I remember when I first saw the original one, because Bruce Willis was on shows called Moonlighting. But here he is.
And
And
it's still,
it was a big success when it came out, and it continues
and it's
to be.
still good. You'd think, oh, Bruce Willis is getting a little old. Maybe it's time to pass the torch to a new generation of Die Hard characters. But then you see this movie and you realize, no, let's keep him in the throne. This is a good series.
And that's why I hate Bond, because Bond kept changing who Bond was. And Bruce Willis has always been Die Hard and always will be. And if
But
they
it-
try to change that, I'll drop out of the whole thing and I won't watch any more Die Hards.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree. With Bond, they're always improving on it. Each Bond is better than the previous Bond, and
No.
those have been going on for 60 years. You can't have somebody who's 90 years old who's James Bond. It's just not convincing.
Well, I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense to me how you could have the same character with different looks with the same name. This is why I love Die Hard, because they don't give up on... I shouldn't eat this, Chad. I got this kernel. Right, right in the back. Oh. Good, yeah, so Die Hard does it right every time with Bruce Willis in the lead, and I give it 5 bags of popcorn and my own private collection of popcorn as well. 5 bags of my own private collection of my own popcorn.
I give it 5 bags of popcorn. How can you not give a Die Hard movie 5 bags of popcorn? They're all kind of 5-baggers. I would also throw in a goblet of the finest champagne and toast Bruce Willis and the whole Die Hard gang for bringing us yet another successful hit.
All right, our second film is Escape from Planet Earth, not to be mistaken from Escape from Planet, or from Planet,
Escape
or
Planet
Escape
of the
from
Apes.
New York. No,
Escape
Escape
from-
from New York
Okay.
with John Cleese, or no, John Singleton. Why don't we just do this and just say thanks to Liam Neeson and ask the audience here to send a note to whoever's putting this movie out. Say, we'll put the address up there on the bottom here. Say address to Liam Neeson.
And
Say
here-
thank you for. Hold on a minute.
Here's a trivia
Shut up for
question.
a sec. Hold on.
Okay.
Thank you, Liam Neeson from the On Cinema family. That's all you got to do.
And-
put it in the mail today.
And here's a trivia question. What do you think the 3 best Liam Neeson movies are?
Nonstop, Taken, and The Gray, the Wolf movie.
No. I'll give you a
I
hint.
tell you, I'm at a place in my life now, where I'm looking at my list of all-time favorite actors, And I got to warn you, Tom Cruise, and Tom Hanks, who are sitting number 1 and 2 right now. You got some competition on your ass. I'm talking about Liam Neeson is rising, flying up that list. He was probably in the 20s or something 2 years ago. He's up in the top 10 now, and he keeps making movies like nonstop. He's going to be number 1, and Tom Cruise is going to be bye-bye.
For me, it's more classic actors, guys like Roger Moore, who was the best James Bond. He was the second James Bond, actually the third if you count.
Doesn't matter. Let's move on. I don't watch Bond junk. You get me in the movie theater if you cast Liam Neeson as James Bond. Now there's an idea.
That's a
All
great
right,
idea.
Let's go to popcorn classics. That was a choice.
But I think it was the wrong choice because Brendan Fraser, he's not Mel Blanc. He's not some fatso that you don't want to look at. This is a guy who's had a great career. He's very photogenic,
you know what?
very handsome.
I'm not letting you say that kind of crap on my show, okay? This was the way they made the movie. They animated it. It wouldn't work as it wouldn't work as that either. All right? No, don't. First up, so excited this is back. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, directed by Matt Reeves, starring Gary Oldman, Kerry Russell. Two names. Andy Serkis. The circus is back with Andy Serkis.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus.
What's that?
The Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus. If you've ever been to the circus.
This is Serkiss.
Right.
And a growing nation of evolved apes is threatened by human survivors of a virus released on decades earlier. Both sides are brought to the brink of war, which will decide the dominating species. This is a sequel to a prequel, one of the original great movies of all time, Planet of the Apes. This is
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston from the original Planet of the Apes. And this is better, bigger, smarter, faster, funnier, more exciting, scarier than the original, even the original of the prequel, called Dawn of Planet of the Apes. Or whatever the first prequel name was of Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
It's not called Nation of Apes, was it?
Mm-mm.
What was the original sequel of the what was the original prequel sequel called? The
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
No, this is called This is called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
We're looking for the name of
There's the planet. Well, the
original
reboot.
It's called original
was the Planet of the Apes, and then the Rise of the
Well,
Planet
the original
of the Apes.
the original
was
Planet of the Apes with Charlton. The original of Charlton Heston's Planet of the Apes was just Planet of the Apes. But then
Yeah.
there was Tim Burton's remake called Planet of the Apes. I'm talking about the one that came out 2 years ago with James Franco called, fill in the blank. Know your movie.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes. What's the difference between What's the difference between Rise and Dawn?
I guess you rise. They're rising up, where dawn is more about what time of day it is.
So, okay. This was a fantastic movie. It's probably going to win Best Picture.
I hope not. If it wins Best Picture, that's probably a sign it's the last one in the series, because that's how they tend to do that. If you remember when Lord of the Rings won Best Picture, and The Hobbit 3 is probably going to win Best Picture. So I'd prefer that this doesn't win Best Picture, because I could use another 10 Planet of the Apes movies and then give it Best Picture. That's why I hope Bond never wins Best Picture, because I want
that's
that
not going
series
to be a
to
problem.
continue forever.
Bond's never going to win Best Picture. That's obvious.
Well, I think the final Bond will win Best Picture.
There's not going to be a final Bond because it's
Good,
cheap.
because they're going to keep making them.
They'll keep making them because dumb sheeple like you keep going and buying into that crap.
I mean, that's like calling Star Wars people sheeple, which is...
I do.
Well,
Okay. Rise of the Planet of the Apes gets 5 bags of popcorn and 2 sodas.
I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn and a banana cream pie, because apes do like bananas.
All right. And to fight him, Barney recruits a new era of Expendables who are younger, faster, and more tech savvy. So it's sort of, this isn't your grandparents' Expendables. This is the new generation. It's sort of that hip-hop generation, web-enabled generation 2.0. And this is my favorite version of Expendables. I think it's a shame. I predict this is an Oscar prediction. It won't win, but it should win. This is one of my won'ts but shoulds. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger's baby. I give Arnold Schwarzenegger 5 bags of popcorn alone, and the movie gets 10 bags.
I'd have to say I'd give it 5 bags of popcorn and 2 little pills that people think are probably steroids, but in fact it's just vitamin C, because I think people unfairly accused Schwarzenegger of using that. He's a guy that spent a lot of time working out, and you put a lot of work into it, you can get those kind of muscles without steroids, and I think that was the case with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I love
and
Arnold.
I like these kind of movies, and rewatching some of the Decker stuff, that it's very much in the vein of a movie like this, and it would make a good feature film, is to take the Decker stuff, expand on it a little bit,
Expendable on
recut
it,
it, make it into a movie.
Well, it's a good point. It's funny you bring that up because movies like Expendables 1 and 2, these Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone movies, Chuck Norris even, some of these guys were honestly an inspiration for me when writing Decker.
Bond,
And
obviously
not
an
Bond.
inspiration for
Nope.
Decker.
Nope.
No?
No.
Just with the intrigue at the higher levels of government?
Nah, because I never really liked that stuff. You know, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Expendables.
Bond, James Bond.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I don't like Bond, so stop bringing
It just
up.
seemed like it's kind of got
I
an
know because
international
well, yeah,
flair.
but so is Jack Reacher, and so are the Jason Bourne movies. The movie with Liam Neeson, one of my favorite actors, called Non-Stop on the Plane, was action adventure CIA spy plot movies. So these are all movies that are better than Bond, and Decker does not draw from Bond. Bond is shit, and everybody that watches Bond get on my naughty list.
So a big long list, but hey, we'll agree to disagree on Bond.
So go check out Decker now. I give Expendable 3s 5 bags of popcorn.
5 bags of popcorn.
All right, and we're going to check out another On Location with the Greg Turkington.
Hollywood, California. Every street has a story, and these are but just a few.
But drank Jim Beam and all the rest of it,
Did you
beers.
tell them about your accident?
No. Didn't get into that. Told them about JH. I told them whenever they're in Jackson Hole, they got a place to crash on my floor. And I got a tattoo. Movies today, we got November Rain, starring Roger Pierce Bronson and Oleg Konio and Elizabeth Taylor. That's an ex-CIA operative is brought down in a mission against his former pupil in a deadly game involving CIA and the Russian president-elect.
Sounds like Decker.
Yeah, it's got tone notes. Suddenly now, interesting how Hollywood's sort of perking their ears up, going,
Kind of comes full circle from Bond to Decker back to
No.
Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
right, well, Pierce Brosnan, best known for his work on Bond, but not one of my favorites. I like this movie a lot. It was a lot of good intrigue and sort of adventure, and another way of putting it. I give it 4 bags of popcorn. Greg, what did you think of this November Rain? It's November Man.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, it's just hard sometimes to focus when you watch a movie with an ex-Bond because you're thinking about past Bond glories and things like that, and it's just a struggle to maintain the focus on the movie you're supposed to be watching. I mean, Pierce Brosnan is my favorite Bond, so there's a lot to think about here. And so I was a little bit distracted. I feel like if I'd been completely absorbed in it, I would give it 5 bags of popcorn. And that's not the movie's fault, so I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Great. 2 5 bags, 10 bags of popcorn.
That's dinner for somebody.
Our next movie is Jezebel, starring Kevin Durant. Directed by Kevin Garrett. Sarah Snook. As you know, I've got that bug. I got whatever gene that is that make you gifted musically. I got it in spades. So I'm going to be probably the next few months working on that almost exclusively. People go, what are you going to do next with Decker? What's happening? Season 3, I can't wait to see season 3. I mean, people are saying to this to me almost on a constant basis. Every time I leave the apartment, people are stopping me on the street. I get pulled over. People are wondering, what is the future of Decker 3? Well, the new season of Decker is coming with a big caveat there, and a big announcement to make is you, sir, Greg Turkington, will be in charge of the franchise. I've given keys to the kingdom over to you, and Greg
I'm excited about it.
Turkington here will be directing and writing and producing the entire affair, because I've talked to you about this. You know, I looked at one of my idols, Steven Spielberg, and his ability to create a universe, and something like Jurassic Park or Jaws, where he's directed the first, sometimes the second movies, and gone on and let the other people, smaller people, sort of worker bees, go off and direct and write and all these things that aren't as important. And I thought, well, that's a smart way to do things. Why am I doing all of these things when I should be spending more time with my family.
Jaws 2 is great.
And Jaws 2 is not as, they diminish as they go through, although I do like them.
I feel the opposite way.
But I'm excited to see your take on it. And
It's not going to be that different. When you have a good franchise, you want to stick to what works. I mean, like with the Bond movies, different people direct them. They even have different people playing James Bond.
Well, that's not going to
but
happen.
There's
So,
a consistency
same
to
Decker
them.
as
Same
always.
Decker,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that, we're going to stick with the exotic locales. We're going to stick with President Davidson. He's not going anywhere, folks. And the concepts that make Decker such a successful series.
I'm so excited to see the script and see what you've cooked up because
It's halfway done now. 10 episodes written, 10 to go.
All right. Well, that's all the housekeeping I need to do, unless you have anything to add.
It's great to be back and
Great to be
reviewing
back.
movies again.
Yeah. We didn't have a chance to see the movies coming out this week. What we'd like to do is take a look back at the summer because so many great movies came out this summer. We show up the movies on the screen here that we both agreed deserved 5 bags of popcorn. I'll show
Put the dick back in your pants.